This is Unit 2.1, question 29 of the test prep. Let f be a function defined by f of x equals ln 7x. The average rate of change of f over the interval from 2 to a is 41, where a is greater than 2. Which of the following is an equation that could be used to find the value of a? Well, for this question, we just need to know the formula for the average rate of change. And that formula is f of our second x, which is a, minus f of our first x, which is 2, over a minus 2, and that's equal to 41. And this is our final answer. This is Unit 2.1, question 30 of the test prep. Find the average rate of change of f of x equals sine x ln x over the interval 1 to a. So remember our formula for the average rate of change. It's f of our second value, so a. So we're going to plug in a into all the x's here. So we have sine a ln a. And then we're going to plug in 1 into all the x's. So sine 1 ln 1. And then over a minus 1. Now we know we don't know what sine 1 is, but we know ln 1 is 0. So let's simplify that a little bit. Sine a ln a minus sine 1 times 0. And we know that anything times 0 is also 0. So we can just remove all of this part. So our final answer is sine a ln a over a minus 1 as our final answer. This is Unit 2.1, question 31 of the test prep. So this one had a lot of words, but I just wrote what's important. F of t equals 544.311 times 0.907 to the t power. Find the average rate of change from 0 to 90. So, remember our formula for the average rate of change. We're first going to plug in 90 into all the x's. So we get 544.311 times 0.907 to the 90th power. And now we're going to plug in 0 for all the x's. So 544.311 times 0.907 to the 0th power, all over 90 minus 0. Alright, let's simplify a little bit. 90 minus 0 is just 0, or not just 90, so we know that 90 is going to be on the bottom. And then on the top, without a calculator, we can't really simplify this, so I'm going to leave it the same. 544.311 times 0.907 to the 90th power. And then we know that anything to the 0th power is 1, so we don't have to worry about that. So it's just minus 544.311. So this would be our final answer if we didn't have a calculator, but if we do have a calculator, we would round it to approximately negative 6.047. And remember to use the units grams per day as our final answer. Alright, this is Unit 2.1, question 32 of the test prep. For how many values of b does f have an average rate of change of 0 from b to 1? So b could be any value of x, but we need to see that it has an average rate of change of 0 from that number to 1. So 1 right here is at this point. So if we want to find if it has an average rate of change of 0, that means it should have a horizontal line that crosses as 1. So we can see at this point right here, about negative, a little bit greater than negative 2. From here to 1, it will have a horizontal change of 0. And then from this point right here, about like a little bit less than negative 4, from this point to 1, it'll have an average rate of change of 0, because it's a straight horizontal line. So that means our final answer is 2. Alright, that's all for 2.1. Next we'll be moving on to 2.2.